Good morning, and thank you for tuning in to another episode of Recipe Tuesday. Hope everyone's having a good new year so far. Today, I wanted to talk about an egg salad recipe. This is not my recipe, it's just one that I found, but I will go ahead and tell you what it takes to make it their way, and I may go ahead and throw in what I would do differently. So, according to what I have here, it takes 10 minutes to prepare, 12 minutes to cook, and 22 minutes total time to do everything together. So, what you're going to need, again, this varies, but it says 1 dozen eggs, a quarter cup of mayonnaise. This is where I would make a slight adjustment. I guess you can do either one. I myself prefer Miracle Whip because of that zip. 2 tablespoons of Dijon mustard. I'm not a big fan of Dijon mustard. You can use it if you want. If you're a fan of it, that's great. I will stick with my yellow mustard. 1 tablespoon horseradish. I usually don't use horseradish in my egg salad or deviled eggs. I usually put a little bit of sweet relish in instead. 1 tablespoon sweet pickle relish, as I just mentioned. 1/4 cup minced dill. Of course, that's optional. And then 1/4 cup of minced chives. That's the ingredients. Then what you're going to do is, of course, you're going to boil your eggs as usual. The way that I usually boil my eggs is I put my eggs in a saucepan, fill it up with water, and I put a little salt in there. That will offset any trouble peeling the egg. But once the egg is done, and there is an easy way to tell if you have an egg that's fully cooked. You get a spoon and you pull out an egg, pull it out of the water, and if it dries pretty quickly, that's one indicator that it's done. The second thing you can do is set it down on the countertop and spin it. If it constantly spins around and around and around and around and around, that's another indicator that it's done. So I put it back down in the water, turn the heat off, pour the hot water out, fill it up with cold water, and I'll let it sit there for about 5, 7 minutes. Then I'll go back, pour the cold water out, and I'll take my saucepan and go up and down, and the eggs will bounce around in the saucepan, which will it'll break up the, uh, the shell to where it's easy to peel. And once you do that, what you're going to do is you're going to take the eggs one by one, put it on a plate, and you're going to chop it up into bite sized pieces. Then you're going to take the chopped up eggs after you've done however how many you're going to do. Again, you don't have to do a dozen. You're going to place the chopped eggs in a large mixing bowl. Then you're going to add your mayonnaise or your Miracle Whip, your mustard, horseradish if you want to use it, relish, dill, and chives. Again, all of these are optional, especially when it comes to the dill and the chives. That's not an exact necessity. Then you're going to gently fold it together. When you do that, you're going to take it and put it in your refrigerator, oh, for about an hour, maybe 2 hours. And then you're going to take it out and then you can serve it. So, again, this particular recipe is going to vary according to how many people are in your household. Like I said, you may not need a dozen eggs. You may only need 8 or 10. If you're going to go 10, you might as well do the whole dozen. And that's pretty much how this one is done. The calories are 198 calories, 2 grams of carbs, 11 grams of protein, 15 grams of fat, 3 grams of saturated fat, 272 milligrams of sodium, 1 gram of sugar. You get 148 milligrams of potassium, 730 IU of vitamin A, which is great. 3.2 milligrams of vitamin C, and 56 milligrams of calcium, and last but not least, 1.7 milligrams of iron. So, down in the comment section, if you want to share your version of how to make egg salad, I would love to hear your feedback. But again, this is not my exact recipe. I know some, like I said, the variation on my end. I don't know if I would use the dill. I don't know if I would use the chives. Don't hate horseradish. I have a love hate relationship with it, but I know that instead of the Dijon, I would use like the French's yellow mustard, or it can be a store brand or Heinz or whatever. There's no name brand loyal product, so to speak, you have to use. So, anyway, that's pretty much it for this segment of Recipe Tuesday. Again, please let me know down below um, if you have any suggestions, or if you want to try it, or maybe your method of making it. I would love to hear your feedback. I want to thank you for tuning in, and I hope all of you have a nice, great day. I'll see you next time. Bye.